We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Washington Commanders. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now, this defense for the Commanders was terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
First carry for Najee Harris. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. You talk about this Washington defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Through an opening, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Justin Fields, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. On 1st and 10, Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking, and the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawkins, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. You talk about this Washington defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they've got to make sure that they don't have those.
Fields. That is caught. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
From the 50, here's Fields. Flushed out right. And this one too low.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Chapter 11, chapter 11. Hurt. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 18, Pioneer.
To throw again, Daniels. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Warriors 70.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Daniels. He'll get this to Eckler. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Down the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 25 yards that time.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson from 6 yards away. And Washington has taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From his end zone, Wilson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's Fields. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Here we go, Slade.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On second down, it's Hawkins, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Down the left sideline, Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Washington! Austin Eckler, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From his end zone, Wilson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here we go. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Now Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. This is complete to Hawkins. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And taken right at the 35. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10.
70 Lions, Mustang 19. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Come on.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
19 tight. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Back to throw. Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. This one is caught. It's Moore. Touchdown! Sky Moore. 38 yards. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Commanders 31, Steelers 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And they finally get him down at the other 46. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity that they let slip through their hands.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second and 9 from the 44. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here we go, son.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hawkins. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Fields throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They're going option play on third down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Justin Fields with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. To throw is Fields. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Commanders' 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. On play action, Fields. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A final shot before the break. Fields. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Daniels. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, Daniels. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Back to throw. Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
19 Lions. Cougar 19. 79 Broncos. 65 Cats. 65 go.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Ready? Dragon 60. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This one out quickly to Watkins.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Play action. It's Fields. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got there, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. To throw on second down. Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
18, Pioneer. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
22. Do not kick it to 22. Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Off play action, Fields. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Check smash. 79 Broncos. Set up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Viking 18. 65 cat. 65 cat.
Back to throw. Daniels. To the sideline and incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Hey, smash Broncos.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That pass complete to Moore. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Hawkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 78 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
This 2nd and 4. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Well, they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Going right back to Dodson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a
touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Commanders are on their way to a 2-0 start. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Still going. They can't stop him. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and Nelson stays to operate. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
Here we go, son. One strike.
Now it's Fields. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And now here's another interception. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
The kick over first and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Wants to try to end the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Commanders 54, Steelers 17.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Here's Fields. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
And the Washington first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, Daniels. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Eckler is in. Touchdown, Washington. Lots of look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
Here we go.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides can